What is going on, guys? Welcome to AFC Game by Game, where in this video I'm going to be discussing the Arsenal versus Norwich City match. Norwich, of course, not playing some of the best football at the moment. Arsenal on that unformidable run of form at the moment, and we're playing some quality football, and I think we showed that yet again today. The lineup for me was extremely strong. I was predicting a strong lineup, but at times I did feel it wouldn't be a bad move to throw in Rosicky or Vermaelen, something like that. Just to allow a bit of rotation, because we do have a very tough game against Dortmund in midweek. However, it was a very strong team that started, and we did see Ramsey actually get rested on the bench, and we saw Cazorla, should I say, coming in his place, and we saw the combination of Ozil and Cazorla for the first time. Now, Cazorla for me wasn't absolutely fantastic today, but not going to take anything away from the guy. He has just come back from injury. Maybe it was a bit too early for him. Who knows? He wasn't great today. He did show glimpses of brilliance, but I'm sure the more these two work together, the better they will come, because at times they really did look magical. And I'm sure there is a lot to come from these two players. But the first half today wasn't particularly exciting. I mean, the first 15 minutes overall weren't some of the best. I mean, we were very dominant, but we didn't do much with the ball. There were times when Norwich barely even touched the ball. It was literally just us for that first 15 minutes. I didn't actually think we were going to score because it was just so dull, and we did actually make a breakthrough in the 18th minute. Now, this goal has to be a contender for goal of the season. Excellent work by Olivier Giroud and Jack Wilshere. Ticker-tacker, exquisite, technical Arsenal football. Something I haven't seen in a long, long time. John Ruddy did not know what hit him. I didn't know what hit me, because that goal kind of came out of nothing. It was great, lovely football. There were like 6, 7 passes in the space of a couple of seconds. It was crazy. The ball didn't even touch the floor, and before you know it, it's in the back of the net. John Roddy just stood there completely still as the ball just went past him. And another goal for Jack Wilshere. He's starting to get more goals into his game, and he had an absolutely exquisite performance today, Jack Wilshere, and that goal just really capped it off. He really impressed me today, as did our whole midfield. The rest of that first half was pretty dull, to be honest. And one thing that really was a problem for me, Flamini getting a slight concussion in his head, and he had to go off in about the 37th minute, I believe. This was a massive blow for us. I felt really after he did go off, there really was a lapse in play, and Arsenal really did allow Norwich back into the game. I mean, the defensive cover wasn't particularly great, and you could tell, and a lot of the players looked a bit like confused. I don't think they knew their orders somewhat, because we know that Flamini is probably the most vocal guy on the pitch, and he really is the guy barking orders at players. And I felt we really did miss him today, and I'm really hoping he's not out for long, because we do need him in that squad. And I didn't really quite see how significant he was in this Arsenal team, but now I really know he's probably one of the most important players. And you've got to credit Wenger for bringing him in. He's been one of the most important signings all summer, I believe. But going into the second half, I thought, you know, we're going to come out, we're going to dominate, but we didn't. It was more of the same from Norwich for about 30 minutes or so. Given in the first half for 10 minutes and 20 minutes in the second half, they really were pressing against us, and it did look like they were going to score. But something really went against the run of play, and this was Ozil scoring a headed goal. It was an excellent counter-attack by Arsenal. Great cross-in by Olivier Giroud to get his second assist, and it was a great header in by Ozil, and it's yet another goal for him. I'd love to see him on the scoreboard. It was a pretty hard goal for him to score when you compare his size to some of those Norwich defenders. And it put us 2-0 up, and I thought, yep, we've killed the game off. But that really wasn't the case. Norwich continued to press against us, and they did get a goal. I thought this was a really sloppy goal to concede. I mean, Kieran Gibbs, I think, should have been a lot closer to his man at the time. I think he should have blocked that, but it ended up in the back of the net. And one positive I can take from this goal is that in the past, in previous seasons, I've seen the Arsenal team panic. We've looked a bit scared, a little bit tame after we conceded a goal. That wasn't the case at all. We went straight back out against Norwich, and we actually managed to get a goal through Aaron Ramsey, who was playing. I think he'd actually had a fairly quiet game up until this point, and it was great work by him. It kind of came out of nothing yet again. I think it was just a simple pass back from Jack Wilshere to Aaron Ramsey, and he just thought, you know what, I'm going to do this all on my own. He went past about 2-3 defenders, put it past John Ruddy. I thought he was going to pass it back to Bender or something, but no, he took it down all on his own, and it was an exquisite finish from Aaron Ramsey. We've seen 2 beautiful goals today from our British core. Shortly after the Ramsey goal, though, we scored again through that little German guy, Mesut Ozil, yet again. It was great work by Thomas Rosicky, however, this time, Despite being a Ramsey assist, I thought it was an excellent ball through from Rosicky to pick out Ramsey, who then played it back to Mesut Ozil for a tight little tap into the back of the net. And 4-1 up, the game was pretty much over at this point, and we really did see out the rest of it. And another positive that I just want to take from today is that Nicholas Bender, for me, for the time he was on the pitch, it was only 10-15 minutes or so, he played very well when he was on. He gave his all for the team, and one thing I can't criticise about Bender is his confidence. He is very composed in front of goal. His finishing is, well, we haven't really seen him score a goal yet, but he looks like he had a shot on target, and it was a good save by Ruddy, to be fair. And Bennett does look like he could actually do things for the squad this season. He looks like a decent backup striker, and I've got to say, he does look fairly promising. It's something that a lot of people wouldn't fall, but his attitude seems to be correct at the moment. And there's a lot of things right with him, so I wish him all the best, because I generally do want this guy to succeed at the club. There was one player that I did think wasn't particularly great today, and that was Mikel Arteta. Obviously, it wasn't one of his best games, and one thing I do have to say about the guy, his captaining duties are absolutely out of this world. He's a really good, calm, vocal captain for us, and I think he's something that we have missed. But his performance today for me, I'm not going to say it wasn't good enough, because I don't think he played awfully. I just don't think he played particularly outstandingly. He made a couple of loose passes. He really did slow the play down at times. He hasn't really got the pace going forward. I mean, his job really now is to get the ball from the defenders to play up to the attackers. That's a fairly straightforward job, and obviously we're probably not going to see the best out of him whilst he's playing that deeper line midfield role. But today, I just don't think he was good enough. I think he's got to work on his game a little. But he's a great player, and he's exceptional, in fact. And I'm sure there are no doubts that he's going to get back to his best anytime soon. It's just a case of getting a run of games together. But like I said, he's a very good captain for us at the moment, and he's doing an excellent job in that midfield role. And of course, we do know that Arteta and Flamini in front of defenders is a very good combination. I mean, when we saw Flamini go off, it just shows you really how well Arteta and Flamini do work together, because they are very stable covering that defence. But there are a load of positives to take from this game, and I'm very, very, very confident going into that game against Dortmund, and I reckon we could actually get a decent win at home there. It's a game I'm really looking forward to. Then of course Crystal Palace next weekend. I'm assuming we might play a slightly rotated squad there. But today has been a great day for all Arsenal fans. We've seen the best out of our team, and I really hope this is going to carry on for the rest of the season. And if it does, then there is absolutely no reason why we cannot win the league. I mean, top of the Premier League after today by 2 clear points, a little bit of breathing space, and things really do look positive at the moment. So they have been my thoughts on the Arsenal versus Norwich match. If you did enjoy the video, it'd be great if you could click the like button, subscribe for more videos, and as always, thanks for watching, guys.